So let's produce a system that allows us to recall information. So for example, we want questions and we also want answers. Now, let's say questions are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, wherein each one of these represents a question like how are something, how are you, or what is, or what the, whatever they need to be. Then you have your equivalent answers that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How are you? It could be good, and so on and so forth. And so this is our questions and answer system. Let's do something much more specific. What is the color of the universe? Like how specific is that, for example? And the answer is every color. Every color. Anyway, regardless, the idea is, let's make this look slightly more aesthetically pleasing just for the time being. So we have our questions, we have our answers, and we are going to want to have a section wherein we can see the questions and answers. Like I said, questions first and answers at a later date. So for example, let's do equals index and pick all of these questions, and pick a place that's going to control it. Let's pick right up in this corner, like so. So at the moment, all of the questions are being revealed. All of the questions are being revealed. So questions. I can make this look neater at a later date. For now, I'm just going to make it look rough and ready. So here, if I put a number in, I say I want the first question. The first question is A. The 9th question is how are, and the 10th question is what is, and so on and so forth. Let's do the same for answers. We want the equivalent answers nearby, so that would be equals index, and that is all of my answers, and I'm going to give it the same control so the answers match the questions. So I've got 9 here. What is 9? So the answer would be 9. Now, what I also want to do is I want to make it so that the answers are missing, and that I can, rather than keep pressing changing the number in here to get the correct question, I have something that makes it kind of automatically go through. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do at this point. So how do I do that? Well, the first thing I need to do is to make sure that I have macros available. So I'm going to go to options. You see that again. So I'm going to file and options, and then in options there is the customize ribbon. I don't want popular commands, and I want all of them, and I'm going to look for macros. So you can see here I've got many different things that are hidden from us, and I can set, I'm going to take macros and add it to a new tab and place it within it, macros. So by clicking, I'm then going to click OK, so then go and click OK. And I can see that new tab, there is macros. Now what I want to do is I'm going to use a macro. I've got a couple already here. Let's delete these for a bit. I don't need all of them. So I'm just going to delete some of these so we can start fresh. Bear with me for one moment. And a couple more. I'm going to do 2 more. And then we'll create one nice and fresh. Now the first thing I want to do is, let's say for example, we go to record a macro. Let's get used to this construct. I go to black because I want the answer to be black. So home, change the color, black, and the answer is now missing. I'm going to stop that recording. Another thing I want to do is reveal the answer later. So I'm going to record, and I'm going to do reveal, and I'm going to change this so that the answer manifests again. Stop that recording. And one more is that I want some sort of button to flick through my questions, and I'll just get rid of it there. So I just did a quick recording of that. All I did was press something for button. I didn't do anything elaborate. So if I view these macros, I've got black, button, and reveal. Let's deal with button first. So button, you can see, I'll make sure it's in the screen. For button here, it's literally just the title of it within, and we've got this section here, end sub. So you've got sub, button, and then end sub. What I want to do is I'm going to create a variable. Let's just use x. dim x as integer. So let's make sure it's an integer. That's all that's been described here. Might bring this up slightly and move it in. There we go. And what I'm going to do, dim x as integer, I'm going to say let x be that which is within the cells 1, 1, that's row, comma, column, so right in that corner where the control was, dot value. So whatever that number is going to be x. Then, in addition, I'm going to make an if statement, that if x is, let's say, just greater than 0, then what you're going to do is you're going to take that cell, which we can call range, I believe, A1 dot value, and make it so that it is bigger than whatever number it is that was there by +1. Then from there we will end if. And therefore we have stated what it is an integer. It is going to take the value of cells 1, 1, is going to check that for if it is greater than 0, which it is, because it will be a number in there that it will place in there, like a 1, then take that and add 1 to it so it becomes 2 and if, right? So if we then press play for that one, we should be able to see, if we go to here, that that number is, it's 4 at the moment. But I can do one more time, press play, and then you can see that I've gone to 5 here, I've gone to 5. So this, therefore, is a way to get this number to go up and therefore flick through our questions. Let's make it in a physical button. So I can do anything for this, but I'm going to just do something nice and chilled. Now, let's say I want to, I don't know, let's just do a basic shape. Let's do a basic shape. So something that looks like that. And I'm going to assign the macro that I've just created, button, and every time I click it, the number goes up for that reason. Up, up, up. So this is my main button at the moment. This is the equivalent of next question, right? Right, that's the equivalent of next question. So let's just write that in, next question. Now the issue is, however, you can see that in terms of next question, it is giving me the answer at the same time. Next question, next question, next question. Of course, I've gone too far. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take that, go back to the macros. I suppose for you, it perhaps would be new tab. Go back to the macros and view the macro. And I'm going to take the fact that it says black and I'm going to look at it. And so in black, this is what was recorded. It went, I clicked on range.i7, which is where the answer is. It read what was in there, and it made sure that the outcome was that it was of a color black. So if I take this, right, just as a point, if I click it, and just click it, and you can see it's gone black. And if I change it back, and I go back and click it again, it's gone black. So I know that this is what it does. I'm going to copy it into the button. So you can see me here copying it into button, right? And as a result, I should now be able to take a, when I click next question, it gives me the question, but the answer is gone. The answer is not available. Next, I want a button to reveal the answer. So this time, I'm going to take a shape, like so, and I'm going to take a button to reveal the answer. So I'm going to assign a macro reveal, because that was just the recording of me revealing that. If I was to take, for example, I go to reveal, edit. If you go to reveal here and here, I press this button, you will see that it seems to be acting a fool. If I press reveal, it should have had a manifestation of that. Let's find out what happens if I do it by way of this way. Assign macro, reveal, and I click it. Now there seems to be a problem with that. So let's record this again. So I'm going to go over reveal. It will say to me, what on earth are you doing going over reveal? It'll say, macro will name reveal already exists, replace existing macro. I'm like, yes, please do, because it seems to be a little bit off key. And I go home, change to that, stop the recording. Now when I click next question, reveal, because it is on that macro, it is giving me the answers, right? Of course. And I can also do, let's do one more, insert let's also, not insert, let's record reset. Why not? And then all I'm going to do, for some reason I already have reset, but okay, no, it's part of something serious, so no, I'm not going to do that. Let's not mess around with such things at this point in time. I think I might have already made that there. Whatever. Record macro. Let's say reset this, just in case. And I'm going to put a 1 in here, and then I'm going to stop that. And then when I produce this button, illustration, shape, so on, and I add this, reset this. Okay. Then it turns it in. It should have. Let's see. There you are. So let's just make this slightly neater, and then we can finish off with just a discussion as to what went on. So this is me resetting. This is me revealing. Let's get this to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Let's get it just basically just wrap it, and a little bit larger. And then, for example, all I can do, what I can do now is these can be any questions. You can have lists of hundreds of questions here. Maybe it's things to remember in terms of how to code in VB or in JavaScript or whatever you wish to do. You can, or mathematical questions, physics questions, science questions, whatever we wish to cover here, theory of knowledge, whatever. I keep saying whatever, but you get my point. Reset. A, what is the answer? Well, let's say the answer, I think it might be 1, and you're like, reveal. Yes, it is. B, perhaps it's 2. Yes. C, and you see, therefore, you can go through the questions and you will be able to have it such that you are forced to recall rather than just read. And I think that's what we can describe as the strength of a method like this. How are was good. What is 9? What is the color of? In these circumstances, it should say the rest of it, so I believe it might just be a little, the universe, and the answer is, of course, every color. Right, and then I can reset it and go again. Reset, of course, has an issue in that it's not colored, but I can put that in the reset quite comfortably. In fact, we'll finish with just that. If I go not develop, I think I put it in new tab, view macros. I could do it for any technique, really. I'm looking at the reset, and I'm seeing that reset, oh, that's a lie, actually. It was not reset, was it? It was instead reset the. Let's see where that is. Reset this. Reset this. And in the reset this, I'm going to take, if I can find black, and I'm going to put it in reset this, so that as a result, when I reset, it should become black. Let's find out. And so here we should have the capacity to go through a lot of questions, reveal my answer, and then when I reset it, it starts off and the answer is black. And there you are. That'll do for now with regards to Excel.